all you crazy wildcats. It's me, A.J. Soto, and
Piper Besherse.
And we're back! Yeah, and we're here to tell you about college life, because that is a completely separate life than you have lived! So, would you like to talk about what first impressions of college were?
It was a little scary. This one drives like a maniac. I only have like 5 classes, so it's great. There's so many freedoms that we get that we don't get in high school, so you guys should totally come to TJC when you graduate. It's great. Join the theater program.
As well as most of Rains and a lot of small towns like Rains usually just kind of funnel towards TJC. And so what I can tell you from experience is everybody who you would normally see in this hallway, you see them over there. And it's very jarring whenever you see people you used to have 8th period with. Now they're walking in the halls and playing, what's that game with like the little sack? Like where you're kicking it, the hacky sack?
I don't know.
They're playing that out in a field because it's the 70s.
It's so easy to make friends there. Everybody's so sweet.
Okay.
So everybody's also really respectful in college.
Extremely
like, a
respectful.
lot more so.
I also love that it's very up to your choice. Like, all of my classes, I love them. I only have, like, 2 regular classes. Like, I have English. We have English together, English comp, and it's a writing-based class, which I love. And we get grades for writing on paper. And I write a lot on paper, so I get good grade. As well as history. I have history, and they have government. But other than that, we have things like script analysis at TJC, which is divine. We talk about a script for usually a week or 2, and it's about an hour and 30 minutes that we're talking about it, or an hour and 10, something like that, an hour, and we just dive deep into what the writer intended. We read the script, we play with it a little bit.
We act it out,
and then we review it, and then we have this little script analysis sheet that we fill out, and so we're able to properly analyze it. A script. So it's beautiful.
Also have different based practicums for like each section of theater. So you're not learning it all at once. You get to learn it at your own pace. Mm-hmm. And you kind of get to choose what practicum you want to do first.
Yes, I have the costuming practicum, which is fitting because my professor, WG, we love you, she teaches us costuming, and it's in what we call the green room. And the green room has sewing machines, it has fabric, it has makeup, it has everything. And as the makeup and hair guy, it's very useful to be in there, as well as helping with the costumes. And let me just tell you, it is insane how many costumes they have. Their room is packed to the brim with racks and tubs. It is like astronomical how many costumes they have. But as well as there's also practicums like you have.
I have the lighting/electricity practicum, and it's kind of fitting because I'm the head lighting tech for the Harry Ape. Come see it November 13th, 14th, and 15th. Mm-hmm. And pretty much we just learn how everything works, like all the technical stuff. Like we got to move a bunch of like lighting booms and all that for the first production, and now we're learning how to set those back up in our smaller theater. So it's very fun.
Okay, and for our last question, what advice would you give to someone, like let's say a senior or someone who's approaching to be a senior? What would you say to them about college? What advice would you give them?
Definitely if you want to go to college, you have to have a goal set in mind because, yes, you have a lot of freedom, but you cannot slack off in your classes. If you get behind, it's so much harder to catch up. So you have to really like know what your end goal is and be prepared to go and achieve that.
Piggybacking off of this, it is, I know it seems very intimidating, college, and I know a lot of people who are a bit frightened by college, but I guarantee you it is not as scary as you think it is, and nor are the professors. Now there's some professors out there, I haven't met any yet, but I know there's some professors out there that are a little scary, but from my experience, just reaching out to them if something's happening or just having communication with them, having a rapport, that is so important because it makes your life easier. And it's almost kind of like an involuntary choice you make. All of my professors that I've had so far, if I'm not passing or if I'm not doing something correctly, either they ask me or I ask them and we figure it out together. It's very, what's the word? Adulting. It's adulting. Yeah. And it's delightful. I like that a lot. Rather than a teacher chasing you down the hall with a paper and screaming, you didn't do this right, or you need to come in after school. None of that. Like, you just, you figure things out because it has to work with your schedule. Also, we get to eat lunch wherever we want, and that's nice. It's nice. My wallet hurts, but we can. And
we have a Chick-fil-A on campus, and it's only about a 10-minute walk.
Yeah.
You know I've been there almost every single day.
Yeah.
So.
And my lunchbox is just 5 seconds, a 5-second walk from the fridge, and so it's also great. You should eat there sometime. Well, I think that's the end of this. Thank you for letting us come back and blab at you. And I would highly suggest going to college. I'd highly suggest looking into TJC or any college for that matter, because higher education, that as well. Higher education is very important, and why not? You know, why not? There's a lot of outlets for you to achieve it, so go do it. Don't be lazy. All right, well, that's the end of this, Wildcats. On to the next one. Bye-bye.